Okay, well, happy Sunday and happy last day of May. I am not sure where May went. It came and gone completely, and we're almost in June. June's tomorrow. So I think we'll continue hosting these calls once a month at the end of the month. We'll just kind of do the last Sunday of every single month, and hopefully we can have a few more people on the calls at the end of the month, and we'll just continue to remind people. And I know everybody kind of gets busy, so if Sundays aren't the best and a weekday works better, because if you're wanting to spend the weekends at the lake, we'll chat about that in the group chat and make sure we find a day that kind of works for everything, but for everybody. A couple exciting things that are happening in June. I got the Diamond Insider. We get kind of what's happening before everybody else receives it in an email, and a few exciting things. First off is they are extending the Summer Strong program for the whole month of June. So that is the $24 off the pack, which is absolutely incredible. I don't know how they're doing this and making money, but they're extending all the packs and keeping everything that was on sale in May, and they're just extending it to the end of June as well. This is going to catapult your business, so take advantage of it. I know I honestly didn't do the best job of taking advantage of it in May. I'm going to do some work today, but I didn't use it to its fullest advantage as I could have. So they are giving us a second chance to use this and to take advantage of it in June. So definitely use that to its fullest potential and help anybody who maybe has given you the price objection or was hesitant about it. You can help them see the value in it and maybe help them get started, or anybody's BOD that's coming due, you can help them get set up with BOD and Shakeology. It's basically either getting BOD for the full year for free or paying for a bag of Shakeology for like 40 bucks. So that's pretty incredible if you ask me. The second thing that they're doing with throughout June and July is retention points. So anybody that signed up in May, if they stay on Shakeology, the performance line, or whatever they got in June and July, they will continue to add up personal volume. So you get 90 PV for anybody that stays on Shakeology. Once that adds up to 200 points between any of your customers that had signed up, once that adds up to 200 points, you earn a Success Club point. So that is just like free Success Club points that you'll continue to earn throughout June and July with just people signing up. So you'll earn extra Success Club points for them, if that makes sense. If you have any questions about that, the FAQ, you'll see it tomorrow in the email that you'll receive from Beachbody. The third thing is Alana's book that she wrote. I should write down the name. Just give me 2 seconds. You Can Drop It. So she created the program 2B Mindset, and it's an amazing nutritional mindset program. And now they're adding her book, You Can Drop It, onto the 2B Mindset packs. It's basically a free addition. So right now the packs, I think the nutrition pack with a challenge pack is only like 60 bucks. And to get all of that stuff with that and to get the book now on top of that is absolutely incredible. They're also adding the Mindset Cooking Show for any of the 2B Mindset members to Beachbody On Demand. So if you have 2B Mindset, there will be like a cooking show that will be added to Beachbody On Demand. So that is also exciting, just to continue to help you with your nutrition. June 4th is the last day to qualify for recognition at Summit. I know Summit's looking a lot different this year. It's going to be online, but they're not going to be using Zoom. They're creating a whole new platform because there are 300,000 coaches and usually about 30,000 coaches at Summit. And now they can do it virtually, and you'll probably have a lot more than 30,000 coaches on at Summit per se, just because you are able to do it from home and it takes up traveling costs. It's free and you can basically just hop on. So they are going to have one evening or whatever designated for recognition. So If you want to qualify or if you're pushing for something to qualify, June 4th is the very last date to be qualified and to be recognized at Summit. US people, I wish they would come out with this in Canada, but US people, Weekender Kit, they created this whole new like sampler pack almost. June 8th, that's going to launch in the States. And it's going to consist of like Energize, Hydrate, Recover, and then I think all 3 different flavors of the beach bars, which is an amazing thing. And I hope they bring it to Canada very quickly because it just gives people an opportunity to have people try everything instead of like purchasing something and then not liking it. They can actually try it. So they're going to have lemon and fruit punch Energize and Recover. I don't think we'll have the orange one in there. We don't have that in Canada, but we'll have the chocolate Recover. And yeah, I think all 3 beach bars were in there and Hydrate. So that's going to be awesome. And the price was like 24 bucks. So super cheap for that. I think that was US prices, but whatever, $30 for all of that for Canadians is pretty darn cheap to be able to try absolutely everything. And the last thing that is coming is Salted Caramel Shakeology. I'm super excited for this one, June 23rd, and I'm probably going to max out my purchases on that. I think you can purchase up to 5 boxes per account. They'll come in the 14 sampler packs, just like they did with the pumpkin spice and the peppermint mocha. They'll be in 14, and I think it's like 67 Canadian for coaches, and I think 80, I want to say 89 for customers. I posted the pricings and stuff in our coaches page and also in our wellness community. So that's all of June's exciting news that's coming up, and I feel like it's going to be another epic month. We have like doubled the free wellness, and I just can't wait to continue seeing success, especially during a time like this where lots of people's businesses are closed, they're shut down, they're taking a step back, and we are moving forward and doubling and tripling our team and are helping our people. I think Live Free Wellness is almost up to 150 people, which is pretty freaking epic, and the amount of lives changed is also incredible. One other thing that I want to just touch on, this was kind of going to be like a little more reflection, but since it's just Michaela and I'll just add a little more training in here. Emerald, I know a lot of you are pushing for Emerald, and a couple of you have asked me, including Michaela, what are the perks of actually being an Emerald coach? And I just want to kind of go over quickly the huge perks of being an Emerald coach and the perks of signing up your spouse or parent or whoever. So the first perk of being an Emerald coach, you unlock this whole new thing. Well, first off, it's a huge achievement to hit Emerald, and it's like the step forward in your business. But you unlock things. First off, you unlock team bonus cycles, and that is honestly where you're going to make the huge chunk of your money. So you can earn up to $250 per week in team bonus cycles, and that is when you have 200 volume on your left, on your strong leg, and 100 volume on your weak leg. And then you'll cycle through once. As an Emerald coach, you earn 14. As a Ruby coach, you earn $16, and as a Diamond coach, you earn $18. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, $14, well, that's just chump change, right? 14 US, so works out to about 16 Canadian. But you're probably thinking, well, that's not very much money. But if you think of it, if you end up cycling 10 times in a month or in a week, that's 160 bucks. I don't know what about you, but I can use 160 bucks on top of my commissions, on top of everything else that I'm earning. So it doesn't seem like a lot at the start, but once you start building that volume up, you'll start earning a lot more income. And so depending on what leg you are on under me, but I will be contributing to that volume somehow. And the coaches above you will be contributing to that volume somehow. And anybody, they aren't going to be your personally sponsored coaches, but they will be coaches under you in your downline. So the point in signing up your spouse or your parent at the top and like right away as you become a coach is super important, because when there's you, there's your spouse, and anybody that I continue to add are all going to go down underneath there. And once that happens, then these people that are all under here, there's your spouse, there's you, are all going to be contributing to that volume of your spouse's and your volume. So you're going to be getting the dual action of the volume that are on that leg or whatever leg they're on, depending on what side they're on. So that's why it's important to sign them up kind of like right off the hop, right when you sign up as a coach, because then they're at the top, and then any other coaches that are signed up under you or under your spouse or other coaches that are placed below you under those ranks, then they will start contributing that volume. And that is where in the long run that it is huge, very important. So any coaches that you send up under spouse, they will also be contributing volume to you. So, excuse me. So once again, you'll kind of be like double dipping into that volume, and that's where you'll earn a lot more income, because you'll not only be cycling under your spouse's account, but you'll also be cycling under your account. And you could honestly probably make just as much under your spouse account as you could under your own account while cycling through. So that is kind of like the big perks of being an Emerald coach, and that's kind of where the big income hits in. And yeah, I think that was it about Emerald. Nicola, do you have any questions?
No.
Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
That was actually a really good way to explain it, because in general, the whole Success Club and personal volume with the point systems have been confusing to me, but you explained it nicely.
Okay, great. I can like even lay it out into maybe a graphic or something that will be a little more clear for people too to understand the genealogy and like the way coaches are signed up and the way kind of how it works. Like even just kind of writing something out. I don't know if you can show you. Oh yeah, would work a bit. Okay, I'll just do that in like a separate live video in the team page, or I'll make some graphics or something and post in there. So it's a little more clear, and then it helps you guys understand, because I know you're not the only one. I've had questions from other coaches too. So just to help you better understand what Emerald is and the importance of it, and signing up your folks, and if you're wanting to build a business and make a decent income off it. And I had asked all of you like what you want in life, what you want, what are your true desires and your visions in life, and like what do you want, and is that going to make you fill out your tracker every single day? And a lot of you had to dig deep, and I had to keep asking different questions to find out what you really truly want in life, and is that going to be enough? And some of you just told me you want to be a discount coach. Some of you just told me you don't really want to run the business, and that is okay. This is your business and you can run it however you want to run it. But if you are wanting to run this business and truly wanting to make a big impact and a big income, then you need to truly dive in of what you want and what your vision in life is. I have my vision board up on my wall, and the specific things that I want. I have my lake house up there that I want one day. I have my dream, my home, my starter home up there. I have the income that I want to make this year. I have being up $1 million club at Summit. They have a whole board of the people that names of people that have hit the $1 million club. I have the laptop, the expensive laptop that I want to buy. I have my dream trip that I want to go on up there, of being in a little hut on the lake and everything else. So I have my vision up there, and I can see it, and it's very clear to me every single day. And that is what keeps me moving forward and keeps me filling out my tracker every day. And no, I'm not perfect. No, yes, I have been slacking with my tracker, and a couple of you have told me that you are going to post your tracker in the group, and I'm like, well, I need to do that too. So I'm going to try doing that at least every single day or once a week. I will put up in our team page a post every single Thursday for you to post your tracker in there, and hopefully that will help you hold you accountable, and also see where you are really doing well and what needs to be adjusted or what needs to be improved on. And it will help me so I can know where to provide a little more training or to help you through whatever you're struggling with or whatever the boxes that you aren't checking off. So I think that is about all the information that I have. Michaela, I don't know if you want to just chat about a little reflection on how the month went, what you did well with, what you're struggling with, and what you're inviting to, and like how we can, what are you going to do for June and what's going to be changing kind of thing. So I don't know if you want to chat about that or.
Well, I'm super excited that they're continuing with the $24 off. I'm going to push harder on that than I did in May. And I'm going to be doing 10 rounds again starting June 15th. So I'm inviting to that right now. And the big thing for me is just trying to actually like build the connections with people. I know I have a bad habit of I was almost doing it just to check things off on my tracker. It was like, oh, well, I just need to message these 5 people. So I would just message 5 people, but the actual intention wasn't the right intention. So I'm trying to reframe that right now where I'm reaching out to people that like, it was one of the reasons Tuesday calls that she was talking like, we're in a really awesome situation where we get to choose the people that we want to work with. Like we get to choose the people that we want to be part of our inner circle. And I'm like, I want to reach out to the people that I feel I have that connection with and I have, that I'll be able to build that relationship with. And I think that's where I struggle with. I'm just doing it kind of to go through the motions instead of the actual intention of building these relationships and friendships with these women. So that's where I'm improving.
I love that. And so so in June, how are you going to kind of like shift that to make it more intentional, make it more personable, and be able to connect with them on a deeper level before you send the invite?
Well, first of all, I need to set aside more time because I think that's the issue that I was running into was I would just be like, okay, well, if I just do this quickly, then I'm just going to send them out and then I'll be done. Whereas if I actually schedule a chunk of time, and I'm like, this time each day, I'm going to go through and I'm going to, reach out to certain people. I think I'll be able to focus more on not rushing myself and being able to take my time and look through people's profiles and personalize it a bit more instead of just being like, okay, well, I have 10 minutes, let's quickly copy and paste. So I guess I'm gonna try to focus and like turn off, TV and all that sort of stuff and just focus for that time and be present what I'm really doing.
Love that. I love that. And one thing that I have been doing that might help you is setting timers. So I set a timer, say you have a half an hour and that's it, you just have a half an hour. Setting that timer for say 10 minutes for connections, and however many connections you get done in that time, that is enough, right? And then another 10 minutes for inviting. So you only get 2, 3, 4 invites out in 10 minutes. That will be your invites. And then it puts you pressure off the numbers game where numbers are good. Like it's good to track your business, to send out a certain amount of invites, but also important to take that pressure off of the whole, I have to send out 5 invites or else I'm not done, right? Whereas if you send out maybe even more connections as opposed to invites, then that might be better off. I've been finding lately that my connections end up leading to an invite because they end up asking me instead, like, what are you doing? Or what have you find that helps for workouts or nutrition? And I feel like it's so much more of a personable level as opposed to, hey, do you want to join me? Where those are great. Like if they're continuing to watch your stuff every single day, yes, invite them, thank them, everything else. But if you like connect with them, I've been connecting with a lot of plant people lately. Lately I've been into plants and I'm finding my plant people and I've just been like talking to them on a human level. Yes, it takes a little more time. Yes, it is a slower process, but it's so much more personable. And then, like you said, you find your people and you find who you want to work with and who you'll connect with, right? And I think that's something that's absolutely huge, because in many other businesses we don't get to do that. So that's something huge. I love everything that you said. And yeah.
Yeah, because I had mentioned to my mom um, how thankful I am that you built that connection with me because I was telling my mom it took 3 years. You messaged me, it took 3 years for me to finally make the decision to sign up. And because you had messaged me back in like 2016, and I didn't join until 2019. And I went back and I counted, and you had messaged me 17 times over those 3 years. I only replied to like 5 out of those 17 times. I totally ignored the other like 12. And, I look back and I'm like, I'm so thankful because I'm like, if you hadn't kept messaging me, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And like, I remind myself of that every time someone doesn't respond to me or someone does say no. Because I mean, four out of those 5 times I did reply, they were no. That I'm like, I'm so thankful that you just kept trying. But I'm like, I have to remind myself of that when when people aren't responding to me or when people, and I give up on them and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll just pass on that. And then I look back and I'm like, well, I could have messaged them over the past, it's been a year now that I've been a coach. And I'm like, I feel like I've let down a lot of the follow and reaching out to the people that I had previously reached out to. But I'm like, I definitely feel that I've missed building some connections with people that I started with last May.
I'm so happy that you mentioned that, because the fortune is in the follow up. And honestly, the only probably reason that I continue to message you is because you were continuously liking my stuff and continuously watching my stories. And that's probably like, that's the only way that I continue to message people, is if they're continuing to show me support and they're continuing to like my stuff. They're obviously watching for a reason, like you were. And yeah, maybe it does. Pretty much every single person that has joined me with coaching, it has taken them obviously at least 1 year of me messaging them for them to join me. And for you, 3. That's maybe a little excessive, 17 messages. I mean, you're here.
And I am thankful. And like you said, I was following your journey. It was something that I looked forward to watching your stories and your workouts and reading your posts and that it got. And I think for me it was a little more like it was the program too. Like I was really excited when you started posting about Lift 4. I was like, oh no, this is like something that I can do.
Yeah.
So because I had been watching and I had been following along, I almost like kept talking myself out of it because I was like, oh no, it's fine. I can just do Pinterest workouts.
And so many people do that though. Yeah, so many people do that. And there's so many people that are trying to work out, like maybe you and I were at the very beginning and they were trying to just do their own thing without having to spend the money to invest into something, and it's not working for them, right? They'll see that in a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe even a year, 2 years. They'll see that it's not working, and then they'll come back to you because you continue to show up every single day on your stories and on your posts and everything in daily life. So that's huge. And yeah, seriously, I love that you brought that up. That's crazy. I don't think I've gone back through our coach messages, so that's amazing. Okay, do you have anything else that you want to share?
No,
Okay, I am personally inviting to June 1st, tomorrow. We're starting bar, and I have a few of you that are joining me, and that's amazing. And we have quite a few other people that are in there already, so love that. And I honestly am probably just going to invite to that for a couple more weeks. I'm also going to do something probably end of May. I will start up, and have it like starting June 1st or whatever, June and July, maybe even August. Oh no, today's June 1st, tomorrow's June, sorry. July and August, starting in July and August, and I'll do kind of like a summer boot camp thing, and I'll just have it like as an open-ended program, and I'm gonna make it team-wide, like if you guys want to invite to it, I will create some graphics. I'm not sure if you guys saw that Marie is kind of doing something very similar, in the sense of just picking your own program, and we'll all be doing whatever program we're doing through the summer. And it's something that everybody can just kind of choose their own and make it to their own style depending on how their summer is like. The 4 is usually a big hit during the summer because it's only 4 days a week. So that's something that we can offer people too, and it's an amazing program. So that's what I am going to be inviting to, and that's kind of like my plans for the rest of the summer. I'm going to be doing bar, and then I will be doing the MBF, muscle burns fat. It's only a 3-week program, so it won't take me quite till the end of the summer. So I will decide, I guess, after that what program I'll be doing after that. And then what else? Oh, the tracker thing that I already mentioned about posting that in our group chat, that was kind of like one thing that I was struggling with. And kind of a few things that I'm going to focus on is Success Club 10 is my non-negotiable now, and really amping up my volume and also helping my coaches see success and providing training and just that support that everybody kind of needs, and answering questions and stuff that as we go along, the questions will come up, and providing a little more training in the group and just kind of showing up a little more in a leadership role. So that's kind of like what I'm focusing on and working towards, and my plans kind of for the rest of June, July, August. Yeah. Well, thank you, Nikayla, for joining me. And do you have any other questions, concerns? No? Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'll post this recording in our team page, and have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Hopefully you can enjoy some of the sunshine. Thank you for joining me.